We need certain emotional nutrients. What do you think that recipe is when it comes to emotional nutrients, emotional satisfaction? And how are you putting that into your life right now?
For me, it's going to be connection, and it's a blessing just right now to be connecting with you and and someone who's heart centered. And I would challenge people right now to like get a life coach, to get a therapist. Like I just started working with a psychiatrist. I do have mentors and coaches and people I call. I do have people like you I've connected with and have deep conversations with, very vulnerable conversations. Now is not the time to be superficial. I mean, it never really is,
Yeah.
but now is the time to get that connection. And I also think the connection with Mother Earth is so important right now. And getting your sunlight, getting your grounding, getting out there and getting just fresh air and the geomagnetic forces and the vitamin D that's been shown to be so important. But it's just a primal thing for us to connect and for us to be outside. And so make sure that you're not isolating more than you need to. You're not just sitting inside and only watching Netflix and not connecting with people like you can, potentially on video. And if you do it on video, sit outside if you can sit outside or,
Yeah.
go take a walk. But those things are so critical. Like your neurotransmitters, like serotonin, dopamine, GABA, acetylcholine, like all these things, like, need to be active. And I feel like, I mean, we know that fear can shut your immune system down by over 50%. So just staying in that fear mode, which is amplified by masks, by the news wants, I mean, what easier way to capitalize and on, clickbait
Yeah.
than fear?
And what does that
And
even
you're,
mean anymore, Shawn? To be the man? Like I think to be the man, I'm curious how you feel. To be the man now means that we can hold space, we can chop wood and carry water, but we can also have the emotional intelligence to tune into what's real. Like there's a pretty big demand on the conscious male right now. Back in the day, it was the old school patriarchy male where it's like, shut up, cook my meal and do what you're told. I'll make all the money. I control things and I use your last name to transfer land and title. And that ain't going to work anymore. But we're in a totally different world, man. Do you feel like the world is those three things I mentioned, the conscious man world?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, you and I are always like synced up on that. And I think that the conscious male can still be like, we don't have to be the new PC, like where we're stripped of what makes us male.
Exactly.
We don't have to be, we can still be strong. And again, be strong, but great listeners. Be strong and have great manners. Be strong and, you know, have physical strength, but also not need to apply that physical strength.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's like the Superman Clark Kent thing. It's like we have the ability. Like I've got a fast car that I've been blessed with that, it's like most of the time, like, people come racing up beside me and I don't feel like the need to do anything because I'm like, I've got the car, like, it's fast enough. I don't need to prove anything. And, it's like most of the time we don't need to prove ourselves. Like we just need to show up. That's like people that are projecting their own fear and insecurity on you
Yeah.
all the time. If you're always out there trying to prove, then you got to rethink. Like we are getting fear projected on us and we're projecting things back out.